So this is our transplanter. So what I got to do is replace this valve because that's really warm. Had it on for quite a while to make sure there was drain all the water that was left over in the tanks. Something has happened to this valve. The diaphragm looks like it's in good shape. I don't know if one time when it was taken apart, if there was a part lost or what, but it doesn't hold the water back anymore at all. It lets a little bit past. And so when you put your fertilizer in it, with the price of fertilizer nowadays, you want to make sure that you're gonna keep the water in the tank until you start transplanting. So I gotta take this off and put the new valve on that we got, which is a little bit different. So hopefully the way I'm gonna do it, it's gonna fit in here. I think it's gonna end up over in here somewhere. Oh. Gonna have to run some new wires, but I think we should get it plumbed in from here over, because we got to build a mounting bracket for the new valve because of the type of valve it is. Here is the valve that we're replacing it with. Oh, sweet. Oh, fit right in there. No problems whatsoever. You know, we'll have to see where it's going to end up because of the wires. So we have to do with those. But we're going to make it so we don't have to take out the whole assembly from now on. We can just, we'll be able to make it so, we're going to make it so we can take the valve out. We get all these hoses disconnected. Probably have to cut some of them. Okay, got all our hose clamps loosened up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here, right here apart, and I'll set the rest of this back on the machine for now. Because I know this here is going to have to change because of the way the valve is, and it doesn't fit in the vise very well anyway. Now, let's see here. Oh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Last guy put this together, really put it together. Grab a roll of Teflon tape. So the inlet on the new valve is 3/4, so we're going to reduce from 1 inch down to 3/4. So then we're going to go with a 3/4 inch union and a close nipple to make it so we can just take the, if we ever need to take the valve off again, it'll be a lot easier to take the valve off. There's that end. There's that. It's all sort of put together here. Okay, I think that's tight enough. So we'll take this back over to the transplanter, reattach it. Okay. Take our other half of our union here, get our valve out. Let's see where we want it, facing this way. This side I think is going to be in. I'm going to double check that. This side is in. Take our pipe plug. Okay. So we got it this close. I got the valve in, all this put together. I just got to get these two connected. Figure out what's going to work better, a close nipple or one that's like 2 inches long. Actually, I think a close nipple is going to be, I think that's going to be the way to go. Jeez. Yep. Okay. Oh, we're gonna, okay. Okie dokie. It's a little longer in here than I was hoping, but I think I'll be able to rotate this a little bit, hopefully. Go. Should probably make sure these are tightened up. Oops. Now we just gotta make sure our pipe's not going uphill here. Actually, I think it's going downhill. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta bring that up some. There. Pretty darn close to level. About probably the way we want it anyway. We want it to slope a little bit, not too crazy. Okay, got all the plumbing done, got all the pipes, tubes hooked back up. Now we just got to run new wires so we can hook, so the switch will operate the valve. I'm gonna do one over there first. Okay, the wires that were on the other one are not. Oops, if it's back in there wrong. I mean, we could stretch it, but maybe we should just stretch them instead of screwing around with it and running all new wire. Okay, we'll get back into the tractor. Ooh. Awesome. It's working. At least it's clunking like it's supposed to. There, since I got you guys with me, we'll walk out. Got an orchard right over here. Now the transplanter's done for now. We got another modification coming for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is at the moment. You'll just have to wait and see. Sounds like we'll probably have it sometime the end of this week, potentially. I was talking to him this morning on the phone, so we'll see what happens with that. Now I'll show you here what's going on over here in the apple orchard. We are at full bloom right now. In fact, we've actually had some petals fall off. Flowers probably been pollinated, yep. So apples will start to be forming here shortly. So let me give you a little here. This one's pretty good. This one, you see how it has had five blossoms. It will have, at the looks of it, it's gonna have 5 apples. And the one in the center is called the king blossom. And really that's the one you want to have pollinated and to get pollinated. So you get decent sized apples. It looks like all 5 of those got pollinated. We'll know for sure in the next couple of weeks when the petals fall completely off, and then they'll start to size up down in here. Oh, here, I'll show you a better one. Yeah, right here. This part will start to swell. So we made it through. It looks like we've made it through the cold we had when the buds started to open up. In fact, here, this one. Okay, we still got a couple We're still barely pink here, and they're still coming. I mean, we have some that haven't opened at all yet, but the majority of them are all at this point here. In fact, usually if they haven't opened by now, they probably won't produce any apples. But we've had the bumblebees and the other pollinating insects and a little bit of wind coming out and pollinating, doing their job. That's the point we're at in the orchards.